blue ace. So what's Kestal's got lightweight frame? Have they all got lightweight frame?
No, Ryad doesn't need it because she's free natural.
So Kestal doesn't bomb this.
2-2.
So Sam now considering who he wants to pick on with blue ace. He's got a choice of Kestal or the bomber.
No, let's go for the bomber.
Yeah.
So he's got range 3 shot on the bomber.
Range 3.
Comes in with 2 blanks, rerolls one of those blanks with M9 for 2 hits. And Chris's evade dice are still on fire for the bomber. Just can't get anything through on that bomber today. Jess now taking her shot.
Put him down, yeah.
Just checking to see whether it's range 1. And it is range 1.
You still your greens up. Jess reroll.
So we've got 3 hits there. And that's 1 evade with lightweight frame, so you've got 2 hull through on Reimer. And that's the end of round 3, so we're going into setting the dials for round 4.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So at this point we've got a bit of a smattering of damage going around, with shield damage taken on all 3 of the rebel ships. Shield damage taken on Ryad, a couple of points into hull on the bomber, and the TIE aggressor untouched. So the dial's starting to go down now. So that looks like all the Imperial dials have been set now. And 45 minutes left on the game. And 0 points scored either side. Looks like all dials now set. The rebel ones seem to be maybe not set. Okay, so that's all dials down now.
Not those. Oh, that big black box there. So Jess.
Okay, so revealing the manoeuvre now for Jess. Jess doing a 2 hard turn. Possibly chasing after Kestal. And taking a focus. Ryad now. So Ryad coming in with 1 bank. With the twin ions, that's a green manoeuvre, so clears the stress from push the limit last turn. And that is a focus. Chris considering whether he wants to push the limit. Opting for a push the limit, and it appears that he's going for a barrel roll, which is going over to the right, trying to keep those shots on Jess. Okay, so over now to blue ace. So blue ace coming out with the 1 straight. Sam just trying to work out if he's got a in-arc shot there, and looks like he's made his decision, and he's gone with the focus.
Yep.
Over now to Reimer. Reimer doing the big old 5k.
Last game, didn't you? Yeah, something like that. There's a fresh bomber there if you want to self-finish.
So that's a red manoeuvre, so that's a stress token now on Reimer, and over to Kestal now. Doing a one bank. And a focus token.
It's that bumping in, that focus is painful.
Looks like the bomber being substituted. Tag team, new bomber coming in.
Thank you.
So Sam now moving on to 9.
So
Considering using 9's ability to change that manoeuvre.
one left.
So he's done a one bank to the left.
Nobody in dark. Cool.
It doesn't appear that anybody is in his arc, so he gets to do a free boost or barrel roll with the flight assist astromech. So opt in for the barrel roll, just using the 2 template to see if he fits. So barrel rolling to the left. Gunning for Ryad.
Can you hold the rock? Hang on.
Minor earthquake.
Perfect, sorry. And then focus.
And that's a focus for 9.
Okay.
So what happened there? Did you alter your manoeuvre dial to do the one bank, or was
No,
it?
no.
It was one,
No, just
one
one
bank profiled. So no stress there.
Okay. So bomber and DLD.
Okay, so Imperials to shoot first. So just checking range there on Jess. So going for a range 3 obstructed shot on Jess with Reimer. Out of range a tactician. So that's 1 hit. And
there as well.
all the green dice.
What have been 4? Always comes up when I don't need it. Well, not always. I'm just bitter.
Sam cursing his good green dice there.
Yep.
Okay, so going with Kestal now. Kestal rolling through 1 hit. Sam rolling a evade and a blank.
I will.
Wait, how does this work then? So are you spending your focus to delete that?
Have you got auto focus in the
Yeah.
So I'm going to do both crack shot and.
So you're going to spend the focus to get rid of that?
So Chris using Kestal's ability to cancel the blank, and Chris then using crack shot to force that shot through. So that is another shot, or another damage taken on 9.
Oh, now you roll fire.
So it looks like this time 2 hits from Chris.
So 2 hits.
So
Autos.
Sam gets to use his auto thrusters that time, so no damage taken.
Okay, so yeah, whether or not that's range 1, that's why I was worried about him bumping around there. Okay.
So 9 taking a range 1 shot now on Ryad.
Better spend it.
So spending the focus for a total of 4 hits there, range 1 into Ryad. And Ryad sat there with a focus token at the moment. And that is all the blanks. Wow. So that is a deleted Ryad.
Nice. That's rough, man.
So 36 points on the table for Sam now. So that's a huge change of game state there. So moving on now, blue ace, no shot, and Jess.
He's got advanced optics, so they stay. That's how it works, yeah. Cool.
And that's the end of round 4. So back to dials. So a bit of a recap now. We've got still a smattering of damage across the rebel ships, with a shield damage taken on blue ace and Jess, and 2 shields taken on Nien. For the Imperials, we got a couple of damage through on Reimer, so he's sitting on 4 hull left, and Lieutenant Kestal is untouched, and Ryad was taken out in that last round.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah, that was
Bad rolls, but then.
Some great dice from Sam, and some unlucky dice from Chris.
okay. All good?
Yep.
So dials are down, dials are set. Moving on to Jess first. And that's a 2 hard from Jess now. Chasing after Kestal.
Can't actually take any more action. It's got 5 back.
Mr. Vickery commends your flying.
What's that?
Mr. Vickery commends your flying.
Jess. So she's got her focus.
So
Probably can't boost.
Jess now considering her options.
Can you not focus on the app?
No, advanced optics. It's the same as the vague one. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, you can't have more than one.
No, only one, yeah, exactly. I am gonna flip the target lock over there.
Okay, so
actually, no. I'm gonna give it to you.
so
It forces you to reroll one.
Sam now switching his target lock from Jess onto Kestal, which with M9G8 means that he can force Chris to re-roll some of his dice.
So
that's blue ace now with a 1 bank.
Flight assist.
Checking for flight assist astromech now.
Is in, so I can't
So
take 3.
he's within range 3, so he doesn't get to do that boost or barrel roll for free. Sam choosing to boost with the hard turn, so that's blue ace's ability there, giving him the option to use the hard turn template for his boosts. So again, hot on the tail of Kestal. Reimer going for 3 straightforward. So Chris taking the target lock there on 9.
Traditional corners going down. Oh, sorry, yeah.
So Kestal next. And Kestal pulling out the 3 bank, looking to keep some distance. So Chris choosing to take a focus there.
You good? Yep. Okay.
And finally we've got 9 choosing to move. So Sam considering whether he wants to use stay on target to change that dial. The hands on the forehead now, so serious thinking going on.
Okay. I'm going to change it to 3 hard.
So changing that dial there to a 3 hard turn.
Yeah.
Becomes a red maneuver,
So that's red
but 9 has pattern analyzer. Chris now checking to see whether Snapshot triggers with Reimer, pushes out Snapshot to range 2, and also triggers the Tactician as well.
That was on him. Yeah.
You get stressed and you shoot you straight away.
Oh, stressed. It's all gone wrong.
Okay, so Chris doing the 2 dice attack from Snapshot, and that looks like 2 hits. And that is
Nothing.
double eyeballs. So that is
and health.
the final shield and a hull
So,
into 9.
No one's in range 1, so I can't remove the stress. So that's that.
And
Oh,
9
man, should've stuck
isn't
right
at
there.
range 1, so he can't remove that stress.
Alright. Yours.
I'll shoot again, to give you no stress.
Yep.
Okay, so Chris opening up with the shooting there, so he got range 2 shot on 9, so seeing if he can repeat that last shot. So he will stress him again, spends a target lock, and ends up with a single hit, looks like a crit, and Sam pulls out double evades.
TLT as well.
So Kestal opening now, looks like he's going for 9 as well. Seeing if he can take that final 2 whole points off 9. Some revenge then for Ryad. So that's 2 hits.
M98, reroll one of those. No, the one you're keeping.
Well, that's technically on the table still.
Yeah, okay, well, reroll that one then.
You choose.
Yeah.
So M9G8 rerolls one of the hits into a blank. So that leaves it as a hit, a focus, and a blank, which Chris leaves. So Sam roll the dice off the table. First one is a focus and a blank. So Chris spends his focus to push a damage through. So that's 9 down on one hole. So second shot is in. We've got a focus, a hit, and re-roll a hit into a hit. So we've got 2 hits. And that is 2 blanks. And that is 9
your cockiness
down.
is your undoing.
So
that snapshot.
points are 36 points each with 31 minutes on the round. So Sam now moving on to Blue Ace. Range 3 shot on Kestal.
1 hit.
And gets a single hit. Kestal with 3 dice.
Yep.
And evades.
Jess, range 2. Same for you either way, isn't it?
Jess doing the same shot.
Range 3.
So we've got
reroll this one.
2 focuses and blank. Rerolls with the target lock.
One shield.
And that's a shield damage through on Kestal.
I can't believe that. Snapshot power. Not playing.
Okay, so that's the end of round 5. So we're back at set and dials for the start of round 6. 30 minutes to go, and the recap is that both Blue Ace and Jess have taken a shield damage each. Nien was taken down last turn, which it was worth 36 points. And that last round, we saw a damage going into Kestal, which took away his shield. Ryad still sat on 4 hull remaining, where he's been for the last couple of games. And Ryad was taken down a couple of turns ago, so 36 points each. But Chris had the initiative bid this round, so the 36 is a bit of a red herring, even though they're tied on points, because there's a 1 point differential there.
I thought I lost it after Ryad.
I can't believe that.
I needed that kill. I didn't get that kill that one.
So, game on now. Where do we go from here?
I really like this number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so dial's set, and moving on to Jess now. So Jess pulling out the 3 bank. Pulling alongside Kestal. Sam just pondering his actions. So Sam opting for the boost. That's a 1 straight boost.
Cool.
Then we're on to Blue Ace.
Blue.
Blue Ace pulling out the hard turn. Looks like a hard 3. Looks like he's checking for his flight assist.
So he can do his 3 barrel roll.
So making use of the flight assist astromech and going for a barrel roll to the left.
And then target lock.
And taking target lock on Kestal.
Cool. Oh god.
Ryman now. So Reimer coming re-engaging, going with a 3-bank to the left. Now our shots on both of the rebels.
Which one's one that gives the target lock stuff?
Say again?
Is that one that gives the target lock shenanigans?
Yeah. Let me start with first.
So that was a target lock from Reimer onto Jess. Now onto Kestal. And Kestal going with the 3-bank. So Chris now considering his action with Kestal. And choosing for the focus. And the Imperials start the shooting. So Reimer just checking for range on Jess. It looks like a range 3, so no tactician trigger. So we're looking at 2 dice, range 3. And we've got a focus and a hit. Chris spending the target lock. And the focus goes into a blank. And Sam comes up with 2 evades and a blank.
Kestal bum.
Yeah.
Kestal shots next. Kestal taking shots into blue ace. Jess is too close for the TLT. So first shot coming in.
Nice.
That,
Reroll one on crit, I guess.
so that's a reroll from an M9G8. Reroll hits into a hit.
That's on.
So it can't be stopped. So that goes through. So that's a shield off blue ace, but blue ace down to 1 shield. Second shot.
Yeah.
So
What does this go in?
Sam's making him re-roll.
What order does this go in? I alter first, then you alter, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, reroll that one.
So we've got 2 focuses there as the result. So Chris considering whether he wants to spend that focus on the offence.
Not going to bother?
And choosing not to.
Right, so blue ace, range 2.
Okay, so we've got a range 2 shot coming in from blue ace now on Kestal. 3 dice. And that is a single hit.
Nice.
Sam spending the target lock. And the target lock turns it into 3 hits. So we've got 3 defense dice with frame.
No.
So Chris pulling out 2 evades and a focus there. So Chris now deciding whether he wants to spend that focus. And he doesn't, so that's a damage through.
Okay, so Jess range 1.
So Kestal down to 3 hull, and a range 1 shot coming in from Jess.
And she's at range 1 of her mate.
So she has a reroll being close, and ends up with 2 hits, 2 focuses. So Chris is on 3 green dice. And that is a 2 blanks and a focus, so he spends his focus to block 1 of them. So that's another damage card going through on Kestal. So 2 damage left on Kestal. So that is the end of round 6. So into round 7. So we have just under 24 minutes left on the clock. And a recap. So we've got 2 shields taken on blue ace and 1 shield taken on Jess. For the Imperials, we've got Reimer sat on 4 hull remaining, having taken 2, and we've got Kestal with 2 hull remaining, having taken 3 damage so far. 36 points apiece. Chris has a slight initiative bid, so that acts in Chris's favour this time, and that looks like dial set. So into round 7, so we've got Jess. And Jess is pulling out the 2 bank.
Not quite going to go.
So I'm just going to have to mark up Kestal here. So Jess doing the 2 bank. And taking a focus. Over to blue ace. Blue ace going with the 3 straight.
Target lucky.
And taking target luck onto Kestal. Over to Chris now. So Chris revealing Rhymer first. Rhymer coming in with another 3 bank. Chris keen to get that tactician working for him again. And taking a focus.
Up this way. Yeah. I had a suspicion. He might be.
So it looks like Chris is going for the hard turn to the left to try and dodge the arcs. So Chris did a 2 hard turn there, managing to avoid the arc of Jess, but remaining in the arc of blue ace. And Chris decided to take a focus again.
Cool. Oh, you, mate.
So shooting commences with the Imperials now. So Chris taking a range 2 shot on Jess. So that's some stress from tactician. So we've got a 2 dice attack coming in. For 2 hits. That was an evade and a blink. So 1 shield taken off Jess. Okay, so Kestal now taking shots on blue ace again, with Chris going for the hit focus blank and M9 G8 reroll, and rerolls into a hit again. Sam coming up with 2 evades. And the second shot is a miss.
Nothing from Jess.
So no shot from Jess, range 2 shot coming in from blue ace, so we're on 3 red dice. And we get hit focus blank, target locks the miss, and spends the focus for a hit crit into 3 green dice with the lightweight frame. So Chris rolling 2 focuses and an evade, spending the focus, nothing goes through. Chris's green dice still looking after him. So that's the end of round 7 now, so dials being set for round 8. Recap is both of the T70s have taken 2 shield damage each. And the Imperial side, Rhymer still sits on 4 hull and Kestal still sits on 2. 19 minutes left on the game, 36 points apiece. So dial starting to go down. So we've got the Imperial dial set. So 1 more dial to go down, then we'll be into round 8.
Okay. All good?
Okay, so we have dials down, and Jess first. Jess doing a 3 straight, so clearing that stress.
There's one, but is she in?
Just out of range 2, so no snapshot triggers. Jess choosing boost.
Okay. How comes the 2 rainfall again?
So blue ace going with a 2 hard turn there.
Then I'll flight assist for barrel roll.
So flight assist coming in and giving Sam a barrel roll to the right.
And I will focus.
And choosing focus. So Imperials now, starting with Kestal. Kestal opting for the 3 hard turn there, dropping him at the moment straight in front of Blue Ace. So looks like Chris is going for the barrel roll, trying to get out of Blue Ace's arc. And looking like he succeeds. And Reimer coming in with a 2 bank. And Reimer taking the target lock onto Blue Ace there. Into the shooting phase. So Tactician triggers and puts a stress onto Blue Ace. 2 dice.
Oh, stop it.
And 2 hits.
Oh.
And Sam rolls into a evade and a focus, spends the focus to avoid the attack. Kestal coming up next. Just checking whether they're in range.
No.
And out of range, so no shot on Jess there.
Oh.
End of round 8, and we're now back to dials. So that turn, no change in the stats of which ship has what damage. The only main change is we've now got a target lock on Blue Ace and a stress token on Blue Ace. Dials down for the Imperials. A little bit less than 15 minutes to go. So Sam contemplating now his move with Blue Ace.
Alright, you good?
Okay, so we've got dials down now. So opening up with Jess. Jess doing what we assume is going to be a Talon roll.
Cool.
So we've got Talon roll there and some stress on Jess.
Right.
Over to Blue Ace now. So Sam opening up with the 1 bank to the left. So that's green. And the question is he in range 2? And he is. So Snapshot and Tactician triggers now for Blue Ace. So he's going to take a 2 dice shot, which is a hit and a crit. The damage out of that shuttle has been crazy. So that's a shield damage through onto Blue Ace now. So that's Blue Ace out of shields and stressed. So Chris opting for a hard 3 with Kestal.
It'd be nice if Empire had regen.
Chris wishing he was flying rebels there. Something you'll not often hear. Okay, so there's a focus taken on to the aggressor, so Kestal took focus. And Chris moving in with 5 K-turn from Reimer. So that is Reimer stressed. So on to pot shots. It looks like we may only have some shots from Kestal. So there you can see the good old Cornish pasty target locks. So come to Cornwall, play a game, they said. Have some pasty target locks, they said. So Kestal now doing a TLT shot. On to Blue Ace.
You got this. That's BBA.
Sam resorting to his admiration of BB-8 there to help him. So one hit coming through, which 2 hits coming through. So Sam made him re-roll one with M9G8 and
no, you takes a hit.
Oh, I take away the thing. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I can't auto thrust this. It's not a blank.
so 2 hits, focus and evade, which means that A damage goes through onto Blue Ace. So 2 hull left. BB-8 letting Sam down there.
Reroll the crit.
Okay, so we got a hit coming through from the next one, re-rolling into 2 hits from the second TLT shot. Sam praying to BB-8. Chris spends the focus, cancels the blank, and that is another damage through on Blue Ace. So Blue Ace now down to 1 hull, so no return fire from the Imperials. That's round 10 over. So going into setting dials for round 11, 36 points a piece. 1 hull remaining on Blue Ace. Jess still with 3 hull and 1 shield. Reimer on 4 hull, and Kestal still on 2. Just over 10 minutes remaining.
Yeah. Cool. When you're
All fell down to Snapshot.
That's good.
Okay, so we've got dial set, so opening up with Jess now.
Let's double check that is, fastest move we've got.
And Jess coming out with a 3 straight, clearing that stress.
Snapshot doesn't work on boosts, does it?
Is it a maneuver?
Yeah. It is, isn't it? Boost is a 1 straight manoeuvre.
Huh?
Boost is a 1 straight manoeuvre, isn't it?
No.
No?
No, it's an action.
Oh no, tractor boost is not maneuver, it's boost.
Because you've got things like, what's the one where you do a 1 hard boost? Not Blue Ace.
Yeah.
Oh, Daredevil.
So that says do a manoeuvre.
That's
So
cool.
you can't boost off the table,
that's true.
but you can manoeuvre off the table.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Okay, so Jess coming in with the boost there. So doing a 1 left bank boost.
No other choice.
And Sam doing the 2 hard, which is obviously a white manoeuvre with the T70. Not in arc, not triggering another tactician or snapshot.
Hovering around with Cool.
Okay, so over to the Imperials now. Kestal peeling out of there with a 3 bank. And Chris opting for the focus. So Reimer. And Reimer doing the 2 bank. And Chris going with a barrel roll to the right there.
Right, come on, BB-8, turn up.
Okay, so opening up with Rymer, range 1 into blue ace. And Rymer coming through with 2 hits, target locking into another focus. So
Natural of 8.
2 hits.
Natural of 8. That one.
Sam praying to BB-8.
That's it. Get that.
And gets it. 2 of 8.
Yeah.
Kestal now, shooting into blue ace. Hoping to finish off blue ace here. So M9 G8 makes Sam Chris re-roll. Re-rolling into another hit.
Just one.
So 2 green dice. Sam prays to BB-8 again.
Good lad. There we go.
And gets the evade and the focus. So blue ace survives. Second shot.
Reroll a hit.
Second
Not
shot.
to a hit.
Chris re-rolls the hit through M9 G8 into a blank. So blue ace survives the shot.
Not special. Alright.
So blue ace now taking a shot on Kestal, out for revenge. So it looks like a range 3 shot. So 3 dice, range 3. No mods here. And gets a natural 2 hits and a crit. So Chris needs good green dice here. Chris trying to find his very own BB-8 to pray for. And it's 2 evades and a blank. So the crit goes through. The crit is
Damaged cockpit.
a damaged cockpit, so a PS 0.
Yeah. Alright, is Jess in? She is. So from downtown, she might actually use the target lock this time.
So Jess shooting.
Oh, doesn't need to. It's joy.
Gets 3 hits by spending the focus. And that's a range 3 on Kestal. Can Kestal be finished off?
It's mistreating the dice.
Can he do it again?
Oh, you're
He survives. So spending the focus, evades all 3.
Well done.
So
We shouldn't have survived to be fair.
No.
that's the end of round 10. So going into dials for round 11, 5 minutes left, 36 points apiece. Blue ace 1 hull, Jess with 3 hull 1 shield, Rymer with 4 hull, and Kestal with 1 hull.
Okay.
So dial set, round 11. Blue ace first. 3 hard turn. Does he escape Rymer's arc?
Yeah.
He escapes. So no snapshot, no tactician this time, but still stressed. Jess coming in. Does a 1 straight. Looks like it might bump. Just fits. So no bump.
Focus. We're good.
Focuses. Kestal next. Coming in with the 3 hard turn.
Ah, your PS0. Shit.
Oh, well, he's been there anyway, wasn't he?
Yeah, I've got manoeuvring, haven't I?
You can take that back.
Okay, well,
So we just got a bit of a discrepancy with.
You know what he's going to do anyway.
So
I don't know how we deal with it.
a forget of the crit.
How do we deal with it? What happens in this situation?
No, change.
You can choose to alter your action. It wouldn't have altered your dial or anything, so it's just a case of whether you want
No,
to.
just I'll leave it. Go for it. Go on.
Okay, so Rymer now. Reimer coming in with the 3 bank. Sam looking for revenge on Reimer for all of that tactician and snapshots.
Yeah, Jess. Alright, so he's PS0, so he goes last. So Jess into this fella.
Okay, so we're looking like a range 2 shot into Reimer from Jess. That is
Jess reroll.
Jess re-rolling into hit, focus, spending the focus, 2 hits. Reimer,
Oh, stop it!
2 evades after spending the focus, untouched.
Yeah, it's a...
So Kestal now looking to take out Blue Ace. TLT round 1.
Reroll a hit.
1 hit, M9G8 re-rolls it into a blank. So first round misses. Second round.
Reroll the correct.
So hit, focus, blank, re-rolls, M9G8. Focuses for 2 hits.
One evade and 1 blank. That one. And
Sam
that one.
playing to
Ready?
BB8 again.
Can't BB-8.
Blue Ace, double evade.
Blue Ace and BB-8 are best buddies.
1 minute remaining.
Alright, final round.
End of round 11. So going into round 12. $36 points apiece. 1 hull on Blue Ace, 3 hull, 1 shields on Jess. Reimer still has 4 hull, and Kestal has 1 hull. You could cut the tension with a knife. Well, maybe not. Okay, so time has run out, so this will be the last round, round 12. Scores are 36 points apiece. Chris, with the initiative bid, would mean the game finished now, then Chris has it by 1 point.
What's the score? 36 all. Sunny side. So the whole PS bit doesn't come into it because it's just the amount of points destroyed each, right? That's what I was getting confused about before.
Although, kill points, you might end up with salvo.
Say again?
You might end up with salvo.
Yeah. So, Kestal.
Okay, so PS0, Kestal moving first. 3 hard turn, re-engaging. Chooses the focus.
All good? Final round. Final round. Yeah, he's getting the range as well.
So Jess, 3 hard turn, still stressed.
Range 1, so you won't get stressed. But
Oh, right. Oh, gosh. I was thinking the whole thing was range 2. Idiot!
So, Snapshot, 2 dice, into Jess.
Nothing, okay.
Misses.
So I can still take my action.
No stress.
Not
Jess is at range 1, so no stress from Tactician. It only works at range 2. Sam contemplating.
More dice or a focus? More dice. I'm going to boost.
Sam boosting into range 1. Puts him out of the TLT.
Okay. Blue Ace.
Blue Ace.
Easy one.
Doing the 1 bank. Clearing the stress.
There's the stress. Nobody in the dark. So you can do a
Flight,
boost.
flight assist astromech kicking in.
So
Free boost.
blue ace game.
Uses the 1 hard for his boost.
And she's already she's done that. Alright,
Sam considering his action with blue ace.
where is Ryan going? Focus.
Opt in for the focus. Rhymer. That good old imperial phrase, where is that shuttle going? Rhymer, slow move, 1 bank. Chris considering his actions. Chris opted in for the focus.
Alright.
So, combat phase. Range 2. Rhymer into blue ace. Stress.
Yep.
Not
matters.
last round.
Oh, BB-8.
2 dice coming in with a focus. 1 hit on blue ace.
BB-8. Anything.
Sam praying to BB-8 again.
Anything.
1 evade. Blue ace survives. So far.
Alright, here we go. This is it.
So,
range 2.
opening up. Blue ace, range 2 on Rhymer. On Kestal. Rolls into 1 crit.
That is it.
Range 2. He evades.
Those evade dice. Does anyone check them? Alright.
So Kestal survives.
range 1.
Jess into Kestal. For the game.
Oh, got
1 hit. 3 blanks.
Spend it to try and do him.
Spends the target
I
lock.
think, or do I get him to do the just I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Ridiculous.
3 dice being re-rolled.
BB-8.
Target lock.
One more.
Praying to BB-8.
One more go. One more go.
Gets two hits, 1 crit. Chris needs
Three
all 3 with paint on to survive.
Oh.
Kestal is destroyed. One of the closest games we've ever seen. And comes down to the final turn.
That's fun.
67 points to Sam, 36 to Chris.
Oh,
Excellent game.
He shouldn't survive. That's cool. That stress is a pain in the ass.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I don't really give him a target looking about, I'll just do focus.
Yeah. Oh, blue ace is yet to die.
So, we're going to come back to you with another game, and I could do with a random number for somebody to pick a list between 1 and 47.
That was awesome. That was
very close.
Thanks, John. Cracker. Did I put 2 debris down? Oh my god. That was not the plan. Was this your broken one?
No, that's one I've already.
I'll stick it at the bottom.
Bloody Rhymer goes in the middle of Ryad.